Welcome back to the Barefoot Bible Vlog. I'm pastor and author David Wright. We are continuing the Revelation series with the resurrection of the two witnesses, learning from chapter 11, verses 10 through 12. And we'll start with verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. The death of the two witnesses will trigger an international party and celebration. In Be Victorious, Warren Wiersbe comments about this rejoicing, quote, "No doubt the TV cameras in Jerusalem will transmit the scene to people around the world, and the news analysis will discuss its significance. The earth dwellers will rejoice at their enemies' removal and will celebrate a satanic Christmas by sending gifts to one another," unquote. Imagine the crowds of people joyfully walking by the unburied corpses of the two witnesses, stopping to curse or spit upon them, and then proceeding to celebrate the victory of the Antichrist. Well, the prophecy coming up in the next verse will change it all. Verse 11, "And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them which saw them." One can only imagine live broadcasts around the world, all forced to broadcast breaking news in Jerusalem. Quote, "After 3 days, the two witnesses stood upon their feet," unquote. They will live stream their resurrection worldwide. Verse 12, "And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them." Unbelievers around the world will witness their resurrection and then hear a voice from heaven calling the two witnesses home. Now, the "come up hither" is used by some to suggest that the rapture occurs during the middle of the tribulation, after 3.5 years. There are several problems that I'd like to note about that theory. First of all, Zechariah 4 connects the two witnesses, the two anointed ones, Zechariah writes, with Israel. And there's no connection with the New Testament church. Although the church has mentioned some, there it is, at the bottom. The church is mentioned some 17 times in the first 3 chapters of Revelation. The church is not the focus of chapters 4 through 21, although there are several references and allusions to the 12 tribes, to the temple, etc. So again, there's a misfocus there. And then thirdly, the church is told to watch and be sober for the day of the Lord's return, 1 Thessalonians 5. In contrast, the Jews were warned to watch for the arrival of the Antichrist and the sign of the desolation, which is recorded in Daniel 8, but Jesus quoted it in Matthew 24:15. So there's clearly a difference between these two witnesses and this timing here, and then what they're using. The "come up hither," this 3-word excuse for the mid-trib rapture, is not legitimate. And we shouldn't be using 3 words to build an interpretation of something as important as the doctrine of the rapture of the believers. Well, let me mention our video that will be released next Thursday. It's called The Last Trumpet Judgment. It continues our study of Revelation 11 together. You may have questions or comments about Revelation. Your question may be the same as other subscribers. I invite you to look below the video on your screen and post your question or comment there. And I've received several and sure appreciate them. The links below your video also will take you to Amazon, where you can order the Revelation of Jesus or Daniel, the Secrets Revealed. Or you can check out my Facebook page. A listing for that is there as well. Barefoot Bible, thanks all those who have subscribed. If you haven't, click like, click subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Encourage them to start their study of the book of Revelation today. And may God continue to bless your study of His Word.